Hello, 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 hello. Good evening, happy Wednesday, one and all. Good evening. Oh, we've already got messages in the chat. Hello, Kataro. Good evening, Chris. Hello, Lincoln Park 988. Good evening, Mark. Good evening to you, sir, Robert Blake, and good evening, Mr. Ross. Things that fall out of my head. How are we all tonight? Good evening, Philip. You didn't have to make it tonight. I would have understood if you hadn't been here. It would have made, you know, don't let us keep you if you don't need to be around. Hola to you, oh holy diver. Good evening, Dave. Good evening, Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy. Good evening, Mikey's Wargaming. Hello there. Hello there. How are we all doing tonight? Are we all good? Having a good Wednesday? Chilling out? Maxing? Relaxing? Somewhat cool? Shooting some b-ball in the vicinity of a school? Maybe? Good evening, Russell Edgar. I hope you are all well today. I hope you are having a lovely time. I hope you're having lovely weeks. It's the beginning of a new content week for Warhipster Towers. In line with our new content schedule. We have our live stream tonight. We have a painting video tomorrow. We have episode 1 of Codex and Coffee coming out on Friday. We have another painting video on Thursday. And we have another stream for the Sunday show on Sunday. So yes, it's working. We think. I hope. Maybe. Could be worse. I have to work till 9 PM, but helps that I work from home. Well, that's nice. Hello to you there, Fred. Mikey is converting some stuff ready for next month's tournament. That's very cool. Great to be here. Seems like ages since the last stream I caught. I see, Dave. Well, it's lovely to have you. And you're very kind for watching the other ones back. Oh no, message retracted. Cooking dinner. Lovely. Yes, tonight we're painting some Fire Warriors. And maybe we'll do a little bit more on some Dire Avengers. So, you know, we've got stuff. We've got stuff to do. Lots of stuff to do. So a Tau army is in the build now. A Tau army is something that I'm going to be working on later this year. I had a lot of fun doing Dark Strider. So I just thought I'd do some more stuff for it. It's going to be a slow grow. The custodies are mostly there. I'm waiting for some including a manta. I don't know yet, Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy. If I win it, then yeah, for sure it'll go into the Tau army. The custodies, I'm waiting for some basing kits to come. That's all. I need some 60mm Sector Imperialis bases, and I need a Sector Imperialis large basing kit before I can continue with the custodies on the massive build. But yeah, I'm literally just waiting for them to come back in stock so that I can buy them. Well, I'm also waiting to get paid so that I can buy them because I haven't had that happen. I haven't had that happen yet. Hello to you, Joe and Katrina. Big up all. Is this the one we spam Hipster with donations and make him cry again? Oh, I mean, if you want to do that, by all means, go ahead. Fred, thank you so much. The big one from the Manta funds begins. We might win the Manta. If you do get a Manta, please don't soar off the wing like Squidmart. I promise you I won't. I really want to see you do Commander Farsight. I've got a project I'm doing for my friends where I paint a leader for them, and one of my friends picked Farsight. I will be doing Farsight. He is in this room somewhere. I think he's in this cupboard here. Yes, he's in that cupboard there. So I will be doing a Farsight. I'm building some stealth suits, hyped after watching the Exodite and Meg is painting Eldari. Very nice. I'm not painting Eldari tonight. Well, it might be a bit later. Depends on how I feel. I'm going to be painting a Fire Warrior. Here's one. And I have 4 more that I've primed. But the weather was hanging today. So I only managed to get these 5 done before it all hell broke loose outside. I promise, I don't know if I've already said, Jack, I will not saw off the wing of a manta if I receive one, if one arrives. If I win one. I don't know if that competition's closed yet. I'll look at that up in a little bit. Dave finally gave in and bought Krondis today. Excellent stuff, Dave. That's what I like to hear. I like to hear that. Because Krondis is an absolute weapon. Wanted to ask, what do you base your models with? Is it spray can or airbrush? It's a spray can, Ian. I use the primers. I'm hoping that... I'm hoping that Gracia comes out in air form from Citadel, and then I will transition entirely to the probably to doing it with the airbrush. Holy Diver coming in with the 10. Here's some money for the Manta. Your Custodes tutorials have been a godsend for my own, so keep up what you are doing. Thanks for the work. That's very, very kind of you. There's so much more Custodes content coming. I'm thinking, and I don't know if this will be useful for anybody out there, but I'm thinking of doing a how to prepare Forge World video for next week. And I'll use one of the Forge World kits to do that. So like I'll build one of those Custodes things. I'll build one of like the Dreadnoughts or something. Hopefully, if I've got a base in time. But I'll also kind of walk through what I do to prepare it. I know it might seem like everybody knows what to do at this point, but you know there is a way that I like to do it, which generally means I've never had any priming problems. Not using your amazing airbrush skills, not currently, but it's going to happen. I've got a couple of videos that I'm planning, including a couple of wave serpents that I'll be doing with the airbrush. So that'll be fun. I think I've got a little handle on it now. I think I figured it out. I got my little pot that everyone told me to get, the cleaning pot. So that has arrived, and I got the little squirty bottles. Tried lead belcher air for the first time last week. Colour me impressed, and with net lead belcher, obviously. Well, you definitely managed to colour yourself in with the lead belcher, did you? Neil C says peace. Peace to you, Neil. Right, yeah. Should we just jump in and start painting? We've got a fire warrior here. Do I want to paint this one, or do I want to paint one? No, I'll paint this one. This one's fine. So the scheme I've figured out for doing Tau Sept is a 1-to-1 of Fire Slayer Flesh and Deandan Yellow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take like 3 brushfuls of each one. 1, 2, 3, like that. And then 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm just going to mix it all together. Gives me my lovely ochre tone. And this just makes sure that it goes as far as I need it to. Get them fire dragons done. I don't have any fire dragons, Ash. For the last time. Right, yeah, here we go. So I'm just going to start here on the shoulder pad. And as you can see, once it starts going on, oh boy, is it lovely. Moving that paint around. Don't want it to be too dark and blobby in places. Like that. What I'm really interested to see is how this is going to look on things like the Riptide. Now we do have a Dark Strider video coming, as I've mentioned. Does anyone happen to know what colour Tau backpacks are? I'd like to not look it up, but I will look it up if I have to. I've got a feeling that they're still the same colour, but... I swear I'll look up at the chat in just a second. Just want to get this bit done. Like that. Armor color for the back for the same. It's Wraithbone. Sorry, yeah, it's primed in Wraithbone. Did I not say that? I do apologise. I know the gun is the same colour as well. I think it's... Let me look at the picture. Okay, yep, the majority of the rifle going from there until the end. There we go. So, the joy of this mix is that if you want to go a little bit more kind of classic scheme, what you can do is you can just do a second layer of it. So like, for example, just there on the leg, if I want to make this a little bit darker, I can just do a second layer of it, and it gets it like kind of closer to that kind of classic scheme, which can't really tell. Oh, hang on, missed a bit just under there. Right, we're just going to leave that for the minute. But if you do a second layer, it was looking good. Ever thought about doing some third-party minis? Did I answer that question? I have thought about doing some third-party minis. Maybe not for Games Workshop stuff, though. Because most of the time I don't like it as much. Hola to you, 5-Minute 40k. Also known as ADR Wargaming. Also known as Adam. How would you theme the colours on Farsight Enclave stealth suits? I'm thinking of using the secondary colour. Oh, what, so making them grey? Is it grey? It's an interesting question, that one. I'm going to look up some ideas. Farsight Enclaves, stealth suits. They go quite... Oh, there's quite a nice one there, which is heavy on the black and just the red for the dome, for the gun casing and for the knee pads. It's quite heavy on the black, which works. I don't have my Tau Codex to hand to see if there are any examples of them being painted in there. I would do something like that probably, like quite, just very, very, yeah, or very dark burgundy with a black accent. Yeah, if you literally just look up Farsight Enclave stealth suits, it's the second picture along. In fact, I wonder if I can just drop a link to it. This one. It's a Pinterest pin. Yeah, this should drop into the link. So I really like what this person's done. I think that looks really nice. So, yeah, what I was saying is that on this guy, as you can see, like the gun looks really nice. I think that's about the right tone. Just around here, it's a little bit thinner. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a second layer of that exact same color. So 1 to 1 of Fyreslayer Flesh and Yandan Yellow. And I'm going to once again just go like 1, 2, probably only need 2 here. What you'll see now is it gets really close to that kind of original Tau scheme, the much brownier one. Like that. You see? How that? Actually, I'm just going to do another little layer on that gun. All that. I know you didn't believe me, Chris. I delight in proving you wrong. Have you got an idea on specific lists for your Tau? Yes, I have. So I've built this boy. I've built a Enforcer Commander with a Cyclic Ion Blaster, a Shield Generator, a Flamer, which will be the trans something. The Signature Flamer. That's the Signature Flamer. That's a Plasma Rifle. So that's my Enforcer Commander. He is going to go in a Battalion detachment with an Ethereal. So there we go. Look at that. Don't they look cool? And then Dark Strider as well. Got Shadow Sun. So that's my 4 HQs. It's 30 Fire Warriors, 3 Broadsides, a Riptide, 9 Crisis Suits, and 2 units of Stealth Suits. And I'm going to be doing a video on everything that I do in there. Good evening, Marty, and good evening, A to the 40k homeboy. Josh going with the meta armies at the moment, Custodians and Tau. I know. There's the 2 armies that I'm going to be doing this year are Custodians and Tau, and the ones I'm going to be taking to tournaments are Chaos Demons. No Hammerhead. No Hammerhead, Fred. I think the Hammerhead is good, but I don't think it's good enough. I think the Hammerhead will be very, very good when Codex Chaos Demons comes out and we find out that the Keepers of Secrets and all that have been now reduced to 12 wounds, but they have a 4+ invulnerable save built in, and they have other stuff, but then the Hammerhead just wipes them. That's what I suspect. So you have everything for Tau. I don't have everything for the Tau. I've got the 30 Fire Warriors, and I've got some of the Crisis Suits, and I've got some of the Broadsides. What I need is 2 stealth teams, a unit of Crisis, a unit of Pathfinders as well. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. So 2 stealth teams, a unit of Pathfinders, a unit of Crisis Suits, and a Broadside. That's what I need. That's what I'm waiting to get. I would entirely agree with you there. The Hammerhead is very flashy, but I think it's a trap. It's good in Tau Sept, of course, because it's got the reroll. You know, 2+ to hit and all that. But sorry, I'm just trying to find the picture that I had earlier. Is it up here? Nope. Where was it? I could just look at the this thing. Basically, I'm trying to determine if it's the same. Yes, it is. Right. Cool. I've lost the stream. There it is. Broadsides with rail and SMS are much better. Yeah. What's the rules for the Tau Sept? Tau Sept, they get +3 inches to their auras. They get a reroll to hit and a reroll to wound for every unit that fires. I think. Is that right? Adam will correct me if I've got that wrong. I got into Custodians mainly because my buddy plays Stormcaster Tunnels but has a baby now and can't afford models. So if he needs proxies for our AOS games, I let him use my custards. Excellent. That's exactly how it should be done. I want my Cygor Brown and my Black Templar. Where are you? Cygor Brown. Okay, so the next thing is to use a 1-to-1 of Cygor Brown and Black Templar, which is here. I was using it earlier. There it is. Well, the railgun that ignored the invulnerable save seems like a good gun. No, it is good. It is very, very good. The gun is very, very good. It should not be underestimated. The problem is with it is it's just one shot. You can miss your opportunity to blow with it. 1, 2. And then 1, 2. And then this just goes on all of the clothes. Yeah, no, the Hammerhead is very, very good. It's a very, very good option. I think you might see it become, like, prevalent if we head towards, like, a vehicle heavy meta. So, like, if, for example, the Imperial Guard book comes out and Lehman Russ are very, very good in it, you'll see the hammerhead. But for now, if you're firing the hammerhead at something like, I don't know, let's say Deathwing Terminators. Not that you should be, but like, in fact, here's a great example. Deathwing Terminator armies right now are not running Land Raiders. Not really. They should be, but they're not. If you were seeing lots of Land Raiders in thingies, then you would see the hammerhead everywhere. Not that the Deathwing are currently dominating the competitive sphere, but it's that kind of thing, which is why the hammerhead isn't. Oh my goodness me! Oh, easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's so very kind of you. Your painting videos have helped me out so much in the 1 year I've been in this hobby. Thank you for all of the videos, all the videos and all. Oh man, no, thank you so much. $200. That's so very, very kind. Oh, my friend. Thank you. I mean, that'll do it. That's the rest of the Tau. That's the rest of the Tau right there. You're gonna make me tear up. Yeah, you are gonna make me tear up again. Oh my god. Thank you so much. You've literally just bought the rest of my Tau army for me. That's so kind. Oh, right when I'm in the middle of doing... So much content coming your way now, my friend. Well, we know now someone who's going to get a Tau Commander named after them. Or, easy peasy lemon squeezy, you may choose the name of the Tau Commander that I just showed. The Enforcer Commander. You may choose his name. I did not magnetize the Commander, no. Because my life is too short as it is. Oh my. Wasn't ready for that at all, my friend. Thank you so much. Yeah. Oh, it's making it very difficult to see these. See these little buggers. I will get all of that stuff ordered right away. Oh, hang on, I think I missed a bit here. Yes, I did. I'm not a meta player, Ben. By the time I get this army finished, all the problems will be gone. Right, I need to somehow get in there and do that arm. That's how you get in there and do that arm. Oh. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I will forever be indebted to this stream for getting me both my armies this year. Both my 40k armies this year. I honestly, I can't. I bet you wish you did sub-assemblies now. Nope. Never. You guys. Oh, my poor little heart. I'm just overcome with generosity of all of you who pay attention to me week in, week out. Just have a little banner with a lemon on it. Oh, that I can definitely do. That I can definitely do. Also, do take a £5. What? What do you mean take a £5? You've just given me a fair bit. Oh, I see. Let it sink in. Right. I getcha. 5 minutes to compose myself. I'm composed. I'm okay. I'm okay. It would be lovely if someone was at GW was sat there with the nerf button waiting for me. They didn't do it though when I was doing Custodes. So maybe it's not a thing. I can't remember which blue I did. I think it was Leviathan. I'm going to need that paint as well. A Lehman Russ tank painted in a colour scheme of easy peasy choice and call it the Lemon Russ. Very good, Holy Diver. I actually do have a Lehman Russ somewhere. The next one will be Super Chat $500. Oh, I think I might have a heart attack if that happened, Nathaniel. How much would you need to donate for me to bright a storm surge in bright candy pink? Would you expect a video on that as well, Ben? Because it's not that I wouldn't do it, it's just that there's not a contrast paint that does bright candy pink. Unless you just do like really, really thin volupus pink. Burn your as blind pink. That would have to be an airbrush jobby, wouldn't it? Painting a storm surge in, I guess it would be Fulgrim pink. Going to the palette and I don't need to. Hot tub stream, I think we deserve one of those. Why do you guys want this so bad? I wonder what YouTube's rules are against something like that. The feet are black as well, aren't they? Yep. Trouble is knowing what part of the foot is skin and what part is their little booties. I might have neglected to do some armor actually there. I do know Chris Below. Has he done one? I think the big issue would be less YouTube's rules and more the fact you'd have to do it in the sync. I would have to do it in the sync. Some guy who does stuff says, which type of tower is this? This is the Tau Sept, is what we're doing here. Some fluo paints. Yes, that would work, I'm sure. Get Amaranth involved. Hi Amaranth, we've never met, spoken, or anything. Would you like to do a collab stream because my stream wants me to do a hot tub thing based on Warhammer? Yeah, alright. Are you excited for the new Mind Goblins? What are the new Mind Goblins, Elsmith? Have I missed something? Have I missed a thing? Have they previewed something today? I tell you what I am very excited for. Dominion Zephon. I'm very excited for Dominion Zephon. I'm very excited for old Faffers. I'm listening to the what are they called? Siege of Terror books. I'm just having a look at what they've done on the Warhammer community. Very nice. Yeah, no, have I missed something about Mind Goblins? The Warhipster, no, luckily I must say we had a discussion in one of his last live streams that you should though. Let's settle for Tau Hipster. Is that what I changed my name to? Where's my picture? Because I think, like I said, I think I've missed something on the armor. Yes, I did. Boo! I missed the little blobs. So what we'll do, we'll just do a 1-to-1. And just, L. Smith, I've just seen your message. Very good, well done. Should only need that much to do this. Probably should have neatened those up first, but the highlights will pick that up. That'll be fine. Right, so the thing to do next, just whilst we're waiting for that to dry, is to take some Space Wolves Grey and do this over the feet. Now on Darkstrider I did make these white, so I painted them Corax white first, but because it's just his toes, we don't need to do that here. It'll be fine. Excellent. What's the plan with the base? I haven't actually got that far yet. Probably just a usual purple base in contrast to yellow. I mean, that would make sense, but I'm doing a brown. Just a simple soil thing. Because I'm unimaginative. I need... Where is it? I need that. Oh yeah, a smaller brush. That one will do. Oh god. Everything's going wrong. It's not gone wrong. It's fine. So, bit of Black Templar. Here we go. This now goes over the top of all of our Leviathan blue. Get the smaller brushes so we get a little bit more control. Just make life a little bit easier for ourselves. And then I've already messed it up. There we go, fixed it. Similarly, when we get to the highlighting stage, a lot of this kind of gets fixed. So a little too much black on there. We can just use a clean brush to just pick it up and remove it. Like that. Way too much. Do you know what I haven't done? I haven't checked the flipping eye sockets. Yep. Knew it. Knew I'd missed a bit. Like that. And then we've got the toenails. think I've missed a tiny bit here. My eyes are not what they once were. There we go. I think we're all good there. Yeah. How many unpainted Tau minis are on the roster? Well, with this one finished, when it gets finished, not many. It'll be... I say not many. 60? Now, because of thanks to Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy, I can now afford the rest of the army. So yeah, it'll be 60. I think it's 65 in total. Oh, and also congratulations on the promotion. Is that because you are filled with too much emotion to see properly? I am a little bit. I probably also need to clean my glasses because they've got a little bit misted up because my eyes watered up. Let me just clean my glasses. This might help matters. That is a bit better. Right, what's left? Oh yeah, I missed a bit on the back of his foot. Yes, congratulations, buddy. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to getting promoted myself to chief of the internet. Chief YouTubist. That's not going to happen. But with your help, I continue to do what I do. 60 odd minutes should only take you a week once you've got them. Maybe. I'm always baffled by how smooth you can get your contrast looking great as usual. Thank you, Jack. I've got a video that I'm gonna put out this year because we got the new content schedule. It gives me the space to be able to put out videos like that on Fridays. So there will be a video about how to do that. How to do it like I do on the Warhipster channel. 20k Insta followers recently is a heck of an achievement, mind. It is a heck of an achievement. I'm very proud. And I need to do a celebration of it, I think. Right. I'm just going to use a tiny bit of Rune Lord Brass. I'm not going to thin it down because all I need to do is just do this bit here. It's going to come straight from the pot because there isn't very much to do, and this is a brand new pot of Rune Lord Brass. So it's all good. Good evening, Bartosz. How have you been? How was your... Have you just finished another horrible week at the hospital? There you go. That's all it needs. Good evening, Chewy. I can't tell if the thing is supposed to be metal as well. I don't think it is. I think it's just supposed to be a lens, but I can't quite see. See you later, Ben. Thanks for stopping by. COVID is in full swing, 24 on, 24 off. Oh, man. Just going to add a little bit more Rune Lord Brass just here. Like that. Like that. I don't get Alice to do any of the batch work. I do it all myself. 100% homegrown hipster work. Anyone else in the path of Storm Dudley? I think we got a bit of the wind of it earlier. But no, we're not in the path. Right. Gonna use a bit of Corax White. Right, here we go. This bit's going to be tricky. Because as Chris informed me, this bit is the Tau Sept colour. Which in this case is white. So we just thin down some Corax White a little bit more than we normally need to. So it just runs off the brush nice and simple. We can always neaten up the black if we get too much of an overlap. Ah, there we go. I haven't watched the Exodite yet. Is the Exodite good? It was on my list of things to do tonight. Just going to dig out this bit of dried paint. Right, the pot lid close. Yep. How long is it? Do we know? Here in Texas, we're in the path of a storm that has tornadoes on the menu, so that's fun. Oh man, I'm sorry, Jack. I had to drive back from Norfolk in it earlier. Bloody evil it was. Ugh. So while we were in the idea of Tau, I haven't talked about that. You guys talking about storm and tornadoes make me glad to live in a frozen land 5 months a year. Add a drop of flow aid and a drop of retardant in the paints after use. Keeps it fresh. That's a good idea. I was talking about the Exodite, not the storm, as to how long it was. There you go, just a bit of Black Templar over the top of that. Fixes up real good. And then we take some Black Templar. And then on here we just black line the middle of it, like that. And then like that. And we also need to do the barrels. Of the pulse weapon. Like that. And then just the end of the aerial. Up there. Like that. Simple as that. And that is pretty much a battle ready fire warrior. Pretty much. We do just need a little bit of red for the lenses, of which we've got one here and here. And we've got the sighting lens just there. So actually it's not quite there yet. I don't have the red here. It's over there. Oh. Blood Angels red. Oh. You're going to tutorial for this color scheme? Yes, Darius Rose. I am going to be doing a tutorial for this color scheme. We have what's it called? Dark Strider coming out as a video, so that ought to cover it. So I'm just going to take a little bit of Blood Angels red here. I'm going to drop it over the top of those lenses there. And there as well. Like that. Will you do some battle suits as well? Yes, probably. Almost definitely. Ever since Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy helped me achieve everything I needed to do. Good night, Katara. I don't know if you're still here, but good night. I don't know if I said it, but good night. See, like, it's already 90% of the way there. I think the thing to do now is to add some Ungor flesh. Some Ungor flesh highlights. Just in, you know, like the most important parts. Which we probably won't get all of done tonight because this is the bit that takes the longest, obviously. But we'll give it a go. We'll give doing some very quick highlights with the Ungor flesh a go. There we go. Oh, I haven't done the gorge yet. Oh, Biltong Booth, thank you so much. That's very kind of you. Very, very kind of you, in fact. It's a very kind stream. Sorry, I went off in my own little world there, just highlighting away. But there we go. That's all of the armor now highlighted. I can see you're all. I don't want to interrupt because you're all having a lovely conversation about the weather. Ah, Adam's back. Hello, Adam. For painting and onions. I don't think there are any onions tonight. No, you guys do talk about the weather. Please. Don't let me stop you. That is just a blob. I'm gonna actually add just a little bit more Blood Angels red in here. So I want these to be a nice blood red. There we go. Now, I have noticed that I accidentally overlapped a little bit on one of the things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of Fire Slayer Flesh here. And I'm just going to use it just there as a little recess shade. I've used too much there. So I'm just going to lift some of that off. There you go. And then similarly, just up here on the back, just a really tiny amount. Just add a little bit of additional shading. Same just there. Like that. We missed a little bit just there as well. Excellent. Can you do a close-up of the lower half? Yes. How's that? Ah, thank you very much for hanging out, Mikey's Wargaming. Just tears of overwhelming joy for the hipster tonight. Ah, yes. You meant the Tau, by the way. Yes. Have you spoken about your ridiculously good giveaway? I have not spoken about my ridiculously good giveaway. On Instagram, as it stands right now, there is a giveaway for a battalion of Black Templars. 30 Intercessors, Grimaldus, and the Emperor's Champion. Hey, Warhammer noob. There it is on the back as well. So the thing to add to him to finish him. Obviously, is a little bit more highlighting, which is what we're going to keep doing. Hey, Booker Era. Ah, fodder for my Tyranids and Zangors. Yes, that's exactly what they are. Don't get too close. Is to use some Rust Grey next. So what I do now, which I did on the Dark Strider model, is I'm going to use some Rust Grey now. I'm going to use this in two ways. Firstly, we're going to layer over the top of the skin to make it nice and warm. It's a lot more meaningful on the Tau faces. Just tiny little bit just there. Wah. And just there as well. And then what we also do with the Rust Grey is we then highlight the black. Forgot to do one of their ankles. Like that. So as I said, what we do is we highlight the black. So we add little tiny Rust Grey highlights to those details there. And there. Like so. And then similarly on the gun as well. This is very, very fiddly. Okay, we've got a loose hat. Ah. Got some bits to do on the feet as well. Like that. Nice and simple. Hello, Mr. Gotkin. Crusade rather than crusade. Excellent. Right, the next colour is Steel Legion Drab. For all of the brown. And then you've just got the unit markings. Oh, and the lenses. Crusade. Yeah, that does sound like it, right? Dum, dum, dum. Oh, I need this colour as well. We'll go with that orange. For the lens, what did I say? Steel Legion Drab. Where are you? That's V88. Steel Legion Drab. And we're back in the room. I think my question got buried in the weather talk. Oh, did it? But do you finish 1 minute at a time or assembly paint them? I typically assembly paint. For the sake of this one, I'm just painting this guy just to show you how I do it. But yeah, I will assembly line it and do like 5s at a time. Typically is how I do stuff. I mean, there's your boy Darkstrider. Right. So we're just gonna grab some Steel Legion Drab. It does sound like a branding idea to me. Pop a bit of water on it. That's exactly right. That's what I mean by batch paint it easily. Nathaniel. There we go. It's quite subtle, but it's nice. So then what we do, grab some Fenrisian Grey. Good evening, Christian Fowlsmith. How are you, sir? Hope you're well. Right, here we go, Fenrisian Grey. And then what we do is we use this to highlight the skin. There's actually way too much water in that. Yeah, it's like starting the assembly line. I think there's definitely merit in doing like each model to completion. But like, you know, that's... each to their own and all that. Like that. So what I'm going to do now, so I'm just going to take a teeny little bit of black Templar here. I'm actually just going to paint this on the flat just here. To try and make those highlights appear a little bit smaller than they actually are. Like that. I can just grab a little bit of paint and just correct that. Like that. Perfect. There we go. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Right, what else did I bring over? Oh yeah, Canoptic Alloy. Diet paint challenge. The amount you lick. Yeah, you probably should. I lick a lot of paint. So I'm just going to use some Canoptic Alloy. Again, just right out the pot, because all I'm doing is just adding a little bit of it there. Like that, just to make it look nice and shiny. Just a tiny amount. It just speeds up the whole affair. Like that. Job's a good one. And then Lugganath orange. We don't need very much of this at all either, so we're just going for a little tiny dot. So again, I'm just going to go straight out the pot. So I'm just going to add a little bit of it. Like that. And like that. And just going a little dot of it. Like that. Oh, I missed one. Like that. It's just water. That's all it is. And then I need the white again. Have you ever done a 30k Death Guard scheme? Technically, yes. Because I've done Mortarion in the colour of the Pallid Hand. And Mortarion in the colour of the Pallid Hand is basically 30k Death Guard. Basically. I think there's a couple of differences. It's a little bit cleaner. But like, that's pretty much the extent of the differences. Right, I need an example of, yes. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint a unit marking on this guy with some Corax white. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to add a little white dot on the lens. Like that. Like that. So, unit marking. I'm just going to copy the one that I've got in front of me here. So, it's going to be a little white line that comes down here. Like that. And then, next to it, we're going to do a really thin white line that comes along here. Like that. And then I'm going to widen it out. Like that. And then I'm going to add a dot. There, like that. Now, in the instance of this being a little bit too wide, I'm going to take some Tau Light Ochre. And I'm going to thin that down on the palette. There are no white decals in the box, Nathaniel. And what we need is white decals, because the Tau markings are in white. I've not done any videos specifically on decal transfers, no. I have done them though in, I want to say, the Outriders tutorial was one that I did it in. There we go. What do you think of that? So we've now got another one to do on their guns by the looks of it. Yeah. So to do it just there as well. So we're going to go line, line, widen it out, just like that. And again, I can use a little bit of Tau Light Ochre here just to correct it. Should I need to, which I do just a little bit. And I think I probably have to continue it down the other side as well. Yeah, I do by the looks of things. Right. I might just make this line a little bit wider actually, you know. Yep. Oh, that's very generous of you. Thank you very much, Fred. Good stream next week. Won't be able to attend, sadly. No, well, that's okay, buddy. We'll see you the time after that. Enjoy your parental duties. There you go, pretty happy with that. Just gonna finish that. just going to add a little bit more Tau light ochre. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. Because we need to do a little dot of white for it to be the same marking. There we go. Done. And that is a fire warrior fully done in a few minutes. Well, how long have we been streaming? An hour and 58 minutes. What do you think of that, guys? And if we stand it next to old Dark Strider, you can see how the two combine. There's always an argument to be made that one could do another marking there on the helmet, but I think what the Tau do is they have this, for the unit they have the same marking, but they can put it wherever they want. So for this guy, he's gonna have it on his gun and on his shoulder pad, but like one or two of them might put it on the helmet and on the gun or whatever. But now attach a bayonet. Yeah, I'm not sure what he'd do with a bayonet. Probably not a lot. I'm quite pleased with that. I'm very pleased with that. They don't like it up 'em. No, they don't like it up 'em. But yeah. So the thing to do now would be to replicate it 4 more times. 9 more times. So, you know, if that took 2 hours, then 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 hours. Oh, I'm very, very pleased. Very, very pleased we managed to get that done in a single stream. That's very cool. That's very, very cool. This is spooky, intense music. Well, it's also kind of hopeful and kind of nice. delicious refreshment. Well, I think on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's probably time to end with our... Why don't you base coat the minis with a yellow spray prime? Using Wraithbone is quite wasted if you don't use contrast paints. I just did use contrast paints. It wasn't crazy intense on Sunday. The reason I wouldn't use a yellow spray prime on these is because I'd have to add the brown in differently. So like Avalanche Sunset is the only option I have for a yellow spray. Yeah, so Avalanche Sunset is too dark. I'd have to layer it up. I'd have to layer it up to like Tau Light Ochre to then shade it, which just seems silly. Whereas using, you know, that mix right there, that gets you to that Tau, the current Tau scheme, the way they do it, and then if you do 2 layers, you get the classic vomit brown. Yeah, so the contrast paints that have been used tonight are Ultramarines, not Ultramarines Blue, that's not been used. Leviathan Blue, Space Wolves Grey, Cygor Brown, Black Templar, Blood Angels Red, Fireslayer Flesh, and Eandon Yellow. And then we have highlights with Steel Legion Drab. We've got Rune or Brass as a layer for the metallic. Rust Grey as a highlight. Fenrisian Grey as a highlight. Ungor Flesh as a highlight. Canoptic Alloy as a highlight. Corax White to do all of those markings and things. Luganath Orange. And I use a little bit of Tau Light Ochre as the corrector, but don't need to use that one specifically. I've just gotten a blob of... Is that Rune Lord Brass on me? Nope, that's Steel Legion Drab. Why is there a blob of Steel Legion Drab hanging out? Oh, right there. It's a good job I spotted that before I handled any models. Yeah. So matter of amount of layering that needs to be added versus a simpler way. Yeah, basically. So I always go for something like, because I'm going to use contrast paints for everything. Wraithbone or Greyseer is the thing I'm going to do. If I liked using like classic methods, so for example, if it was to do that and spray those guys yellow, I'd have to layer it up to Tau Light Ochre, then shade it, then re-layer it to Tau Light Ochre, then highlight it. To do the brown, I'd have to, because it's now yellow, if I just put the Cygor Brown over it, the Cygor Brown will have a yellow. So I'd have to basically paint that Rhinox hide, then shade it. So, I mean, Tau are great because they don't have a load of metallic details, but it's basically like whatever. The reason I use Wraithbone and Greyseer for pretty much everything is because I don't have to then do any layering or anything on anything else. And because, you know, I mean, the camera might not be picking it up very well, but like that is, it's not yellow. That's ochre. That's kind of a browny ochre. So basically, I just try and take out as much of re-layering on a model as I possibly can. That's why I use contrast paints. That's how I do it. But it is 6 minutes past 10. We've been streaming for 2 hours. First stream I've been able to watch in about 3 weeks, and I've really enjoyed it. Hopefully see you again next week and maybe on Sunday as well. Good night all. Good night, Dave. Dave's got the right idea. We're heading off. Alice missed the stream. She does not do any of my painting. She is starting to learn how to paint herself. Just how many cans of Greyseer / Wraithbone sprays do you buy at a time? I just buy 1 and 1. usually. And then they'll last me for like a month and a half, maybe. I did 30 Dire Avengers earlier with a can of Grace. I didn't use all of it. I did that yesterday. But barely touched it. I'll do some more in it. But, yes. Heading off now. 10 past 10. Thank you so much for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You, sir, are an absolute hero. And I'm going to make a lemon flag for the Tau. Somehow I will put that in there. There will be lemons. I promise. You're very, very kind, sir. And I look forward to being able to round out the rest of the army. Just a few bits, of course, that all need doing. Thank you so much to all of you for hanging out. I'll see you next week. Now to teach some to paint minis, drown them in minis. Yes, that is how I do it. I will see you all next week. I will see you all on Sunday. Sunday for the Sunday show with ADR Wargaming. That is how we do it. That is how it's going to be. Good night, Warhipster family. Be safe and see you all on the next one. Thanks, Josh. You are amazingly talented and all-round great guy. Well, that is just very, very kind of you, Marty. And, well, I can't think of... Right, I'm going to bed. I'm leaving. Bye now. See you next time. Same Warhipster time, same Warhipster channel. You've been a great audience. I will see you very, very soon. Sorry if I missed this. Why Eand in yellow plus Fire Slayer rather than Nazdreg? Because Nazdreg is way too yellow, and we want it to look like the classic Tau scheme. So the Fire Slayer flesh adds in that little bit of brown to get us closer to Vomit Brown. Anyway, no worries, Tom Whitbrook. I will see you next time. Bye bye.